Ubisoft's E3 press conference can be best summed up by the chick that they paid to show up and sing for Let's Dance. Exactly, Smokey. She was pitchy as fuck.
I'm BB Rexa, and Just Dance 2018 is out this October on all consoles. Bye!
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
The stream starts off fairly decently. At least it didn't pull a Bethesda and made you wait 2 hours for 30 minutes of bullshit. The Ubisoft E3, oh god, it started off so bad. You got this Asian girl. I guess she works for Ubisoft, I don't know, but someone needs to give her lessons on being likable. I mean, she could have just been natural, she could have just been herself. God, I hope this isn't her personality. Her personality is akin to that, like the fat girl at the party. You know the one. The fat girl nobody really cares about or likes, but she keeps swearing up and down everyone thinks she's funny, and she does a very poor job of being funny to you.
For these Ubisoft studios right here, 25th anniversaries for Ubisoft Paris and Ubisoft Bucharest, 20th anniversaries for Ubisoft Montreal. Represent 514!
Douche chill.
This girl does nothing but reminds you why you hate Ubisoft in a person's skin. It's just over-the-top enthusiasm that seems falsified and almost, god, douchey, if you will. Now, I know some people might sit there and go, oh, you're so lethargic about everything. Oh my god, you're like nothing. But I'm just saying, doesn't this come off as annoying? Like she keeps doing this over and over again, perpetuating this enthusiasm, saying she's having adrenaline rushes.
Woo, that was awesome, man. The adrenaline in my veins is pumping just looking at that rocket wingsuit. That's freaking awesome, man.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So
Give me a break. I saw the trailer. I felt no adrenaline rush. Christ help me, my heart's gonna explode from the intensity of this trailer. Maybe that's because you've raced motorcycles, Gundam. You know what it's like to live on the edge. The rest of us can only dream, and Ubisoft is capable of giving us that ability. Maybe so, my sweet little troll. Maybe so. They then move on to Chris Waters. You might have remembered Chris Waters from GameSpot as that milky white man who would suffer third-degree burns if he ever stepped out in direct sunlight.
Do it.
Okay, so first one, Asniak says, calling it now, someone is going to dab on stage at the Ubisoft press conference.
I think somebody just dabbed at the prep show.
Moose
did
kinda
it.
did
But
that.
if this was gonna happen on stage.
Oh yeah, who
Right.
would be?
Well, Chris Waters now works with Ubisoft. It's a match made in heaven. A soulless white man with a soulless company. Sick bird, Gundam! But for real, they have this one point where they're looking through tweets, and you know that they vetted this shit, man. They went through those tweets with a fine-tooth comb to make sure nobody said anything negative for them to read, because they're just like, oh my god, who the fuck is tweeting such positivity to Ubisoft? Or Ubisoft, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The company that habitually puts out games, you know, they put out a trailer, it looks good, then the actual game is nothing like the trailer. Then if the game comes out, it's only one instance. You know, Rainbow Six Siege is the only game that Ubisoft has come out with fucked up and then somehow saved. Everything else is gone down the fucking shitter. But I digress. Also, I'm not trying to be mean, but the fat girl next to him, like, the blazer she's wearing is a poor choice. It does not flatter her figure. This is the only woman I've ever seen wear black and not look good. And the choice of shoes with that dress was atrocious, mama, atrocious. If she was on Drag Race, Carson Kressley would have vomited all over himself. In that hat, next piece. Oh, afterwards, Ubisoft then shows off how great their fan base is. It's a lot like Overwatch. You know how Blizzard is, how they put out this image of nothing but positivity. Of the cosplayers and the people who draw art and come up with fan fiction stories, and everybody's like, la la la, it's so positive, this game makes me happy. And in actuality, when you play the game, someone's calling you a nigger. That's the real community. This is like cherry picking.
Of Deadbird. While subreddit user Darkhar95 and streamer Yesterday's Lie just kill it with the cosplay. If you've ever ventured into the depths of the For Honor subreddit, you know it is rich in the dankest of memes. Jeb192 has done a few of these.
Honestly, it's just like, okay, whatever. Convinces how the community for everything is so great. Watch Dogs 2. Oh my god, I barely completed like 3 missions for that game. That's how boring I found it.
Characters looking directly into the camera is a great example of the joy that comes from falling down that YouTube rabbit hole.
But whatever. I mean, really, if we want to be real right now, like 1000%, 100% real, me and you, like when they show off these cosplayers, it's bullshit, because most of these cosplayers are cosplaying as characters because they, one, make money off of cosplay, mostly the cosplay girls. It gets them notoriety. The companies now use cosplay to promote their games, and these people aren't even 100% gamers. They're just like, okay, I make money from cosplaying, people are buying my calendars and stuff, now I'll start doing live streaming. Then they get live stream followers, and then people donate to them there. They make an entire career off of making costumes. And as someone who did costumes before it became a thing, yeah, I'm fucking bitter. I went through being called a faggot, a pussy, and an idiot, even at the Special Olympics. And now all of a sudden it's profitable? Oh, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. All right, let's fast forward this, because I am not sitting through this whole thing straight up. Ubisoft does more chatting with people where they sell you enthusiasm, and it's so poorly done, you sit there and think. The Oscar goes to worst actors, the two people outside of the Ubisoft press conference. Fat black man and chubby white woman.
Lots of excitement to come before then. So to continue with the show, let's toss it out to Grace and Leon for the bestowing of the golden ticket.
Hey guys, it is crazy out front and the theater is almost full, but I think we've got room for one more, which means that yes, it is golden ticket time. Woo! Woo!
Then Ubisoft does something where it talks about people who make careers out of gaming and how you can do it and blah blah blah. Like, okay, just go to college, I guess, and then become a fucking programmer, dude, like Zill. I don't fucking know. And one thing that asshole never does is sits there and tells me about programming. Next up, Ubisoft's press conference finally starts, and they showed off Mario's versus Rabbids. Mario's, oh boy. Let me try and watch this. They then have Miyamoto from Nintendo run through the he runs through the fucking audience like a wrestler runs through the audience when it's like whatever wrestling, you know, with wrestling someone calls out a wrestler and the guy just runs out of nowhere, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin's them. I don't know. Stone Cold doesn't wrestle anymore, you're dated. Yeah, well, fuck you if you watch wrestling and you're this old. How do you like that, huh? I could be an asshole too. Anyway, they bring out life-size replicas from the game. I mean, I give a shit if that thing actually shot real lasers, then I could end my miserable existence. Whoa!
So let's take a picture.
Douche chill.
I mean, I don't know, it looks cool, alright? If you're into this, this is perfect. That's as positive as I could get. It's like, oh, Rabbids and Mario, yeah! Give it to me. Okay, upon further watching, it seems to be some sort of tactical game at its core. I guess that's cool, I don't mind those. It's like Valkyrie Chronicles, except if it was Mario, Luigi, and some rabbits. So, baby's first tactical game, awesome. Ubisoft then moved on to Assassin's Creed. I've seen so many trailers for this, it's not even funny. I mean, really, this alpha for this game looks like shit. I'm for real. It does. There was one point where the dude, like, gets the guy alone after he's killed all the enemies in a very sad Witcher-esque combat style. And then he turns around, fires his bow, right? But the dude ran downstairs. So then the bow turns into, like, a homing missile. It just follows the guy downstairs and catches him in the back of the skull. And all I could think was like, well, no wonder they built the pyramids. They had bows that were like fucking self-guided. No wonder the Egyptians were so amazing. Also, when they said the lead character was a Massey-Getai, I was like, oh shit, he's gonna be a fucking bloodthirsty bastard. If you don't know anything about history with the Massey-Getai, they even routed the Persians. Like the completely superior Persian army was taken out by the Massey-Getai. Simply because I can't remember who the hell is the guy that killed the queen's son. But you know what, go look it up yourself. I'm not here to give you history lessons, honey. Actually, I think the queen's name was Tamira, and all I do remember is she cut off the Persian king's head, but he was killed already, obviously. And she had a wine bag full of blood, and she said, and I fulfill my promise to you, though you took my son, I have given you more blood than you can drink. And that was the end of that. On to Ubisoft. After the Assassin's Creed crap, they showed off the game The Crew, I believe. It starts off retardedly, like for real. It really starts off retarded. You see all these name brand cars. I think that's a Ducati Panigale, obviously, but I don't know what one is supposed to be because it doesn't look like the Supergale. But whatever. You see all these motherfuckers. They're in Times Square, New York. The light turns green and they all race off. Are you fucking serious? The developers of this game have probably never been to New York, but let me tell you, Times Square, oh my god, you're better off walking. If you're in a car in Times Square, fuck yourself. A dude jogging down the street briskly would fucking get to wherever the hell his destination was 6 blocks down versus you in a car. I'm telling you right now, Times Square at its worst, Adam West could beat you to a destination and the motherfucker's dead. But anyway, I digress. That has nothing to do with the game overall. I don't know. I think I have one of the crew games. I don't know. I played like 5 minutes of it because Ubisoft gave it to me free, and I was just like, whatever. Let's play a little bit. Okay. Yeah, let's just move on. I can't. The Fractured But Whole. Alright. Something I'm interested in. The first South Park RPG is pretty good. The only problem the game had is it didn't have enough replayability. You know what I mean? Like, once you beat it, really there was nothing left to it. Like, there's no point in playing again because there'd probably be so few changes to the game it wouldn't be worth your energy. So I was just like, whatever, unless you really loved it. But for me, RPGs I feel need to have elements where you could take different choices and have different playthroughs each time. But that's just me. But overall, I'd probably still buy it and play it because at least it's a good story-based game. But we don't get many of those anymore in this current video game industry. Weird how I want to play this game, but I haven't watched South Park in years. Transference, I don't fucking know, I can't remember. It's with Elijah Wood, it's VR, and frankly, don't care, alright? For me to get a VR experience, I need to plunk off another $800 for a Vine.
Gundam, you can get PSVR.
No, I want the real fucking experience. I don't want some half-baked, cheap-ass console bullshit. I want the Vine, or Vive, whatever it's called. I want the one that basically is gonna just knock my tits off. Not the one where I can only look so far in one direction or the other before it just doesn't read shit. Oh, that's right. Ubisoft also had that game, that pirate game. I can't remember what it's called. Sea of Thieves. This shows how stupid Ubisoft is right here. This is a perfect example. The Sea of Thieves is a game that's essentially, we all know it. If you played Assassin's Creed since 3, you know what the fuck this is. It's Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Black Flag without the assassins in it. Same gameplay, same mechanics, same shit. Alright, it's a casualized pirate game. So if you love the pirate mechanics in Black Flag and Assassin's Creed 3, you're gonna love this. But if you're somebody who wants like a full pirate experience, you're gonna go with something else. I mean, out of all the pirate games that exist right now, between this, Rare, and the indie developed title Black Wave, whatever it's called, I go with that. I go with the indie dev game. You know why? Because it's wild, it's crazy, it's fun, anything could happen. There's so much to it. When you board a ship in this game, it's just an animation that plays, and that's it. You don't really get to board the ship and fight it out, where 1 minute you might be winning, and you board the enemy ship like in Black Wake, but then the enemy turns the tides on you and kills all your men, then your ship is taken. That's crazy. That's fun. Not this like cinematic bullshit where it's like it's pre-decided judging by the ship's condition. Screw that. But, you know, honestly for me, E3 feels like its first priority is console gaming because that's where all the money is. You know, just milk those console gamers all you can. Milk, 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 milk. And they will give you the milk, baby. They'll give you it all. They'll steal their mother's milk to give you. PC gamers were a bit more discerning. They showed us some game that had like linking crap. Starlink, I don't know what the fuck this is. Is it for Switch? I don't know. It's like this little toy you link stuff to. It reminds me of crap when I had when I was a kid. And you know what? I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't. Far Cry 4, 5, whichever one. Alright, here's the gist of it. I'm gonna break it down for you. You're somewhere in a far off land. You're by yourself. Craziness goes on, and somehow you're a tactical fucking killing machine. You're John Rambo. That's every Far Cry game ever. Oh, except this time it gives you partners and stuff like that. So, cool beans. Oh yeah, I forgot about Just Dance. I know I talked about it earlier, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, when I started watching the E3 thing on Twitch, I came in at Just Dance. And, you know, it was bubblegum pop and chicks coming in, they're supposed to look like Asian schoolgirls, and I was just like, this is crap. Like, who worked for Ubisoft, who worked for them and sat there and said, this is going to be cool for E3? Like, no. No, the people who are going to E3 don't give a shit about this. I mean, it's like a kid's game, maybe. It's like a game for casuals. Like, Pos likes Just Dance. And you know what? Pos doesn't really fucking play games. You know, like she does on occasion. Those are the people that like these games. They're not going to go to E3, and they're probably not even going to buy this game. They'll play it when they're at a friend's house, and their friend just randomly puts it on, and they're like, oh yeah, I like Just Dance too. And that's it. You know? So this is like a waste. Whoever was the person who came up with this probably should be fired. I mean, if I worked in the board, I would be like, this seems stupid, and it would only upset the people who will actually buy shit. I mean, they'll still buy the shit, but they'd be perturbed. Then I guess they spent extra money that they could have had for Aisha Tyler, and frankly, honest to God, between you and me, I don't give a shit that they didn't have Aisha Tyler. For real. You know, I found her annoying 9 times out of 10. Like, honestly, I'll give E3 this. They at least got rid of something that wasn't working for me. How many times are you gonna message me? I said I was coming! I said I was coming! But anyway, they got this chick. I don't know who she is. I'm told she's famous. She sings some famous song. And when you sit and listen to her, honest to God, you realize that the girl really isn't a talented singer. And it's kind of like, what the fuck? How does she have a record deal? She is pitchy and sharp as shit every time. And I've never seen a woman move so shittily. I mean, my God, if that's all the jive you've got in your body, honey, I hate to be the guy that nails you, because you probably lay there looking through your phone. Okay, I gotta check my Instagram feed. There are people who like my song. Somebody said I use auto-tune, asshole. Are you done yet, Corey? Oh my God. Then Ubisoft pulls out their big gun. Besides Far Cry 5, Beyond Good and Evil 2. People then went insane. They spilt their sanity on the floor and mopped it up with a mop called Hype Train. Honest to God, listen, for me, it's just a CGI trailer. It doesn't tell me shit about the game. It's a CGI fucking trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Yes, I know you're happy Beyond Good and Evil 2 is finally happening after years of them ignoring you fucking asking for it. But goddamn, let's be fucking, have some level of discretion. For the simple fact of, we don't know how good the game's gonna be. We don't know if the story's gonna be great. Yes, it's got the same director and all of this shit, but for God's sakes, it's just a trailer. And by the way, why are they showing like in-game footage Beyond Good and Evil versus the trailer, and they're like, we've come so far? Like, of course. Why don't we wait till we have in-game footage to do the we've come so far comparison? Let's not put it up against a fucking trailer, dude. For real. The trailer for Marvel Superheroes back on PlayStation 3 and Xbox looked amazing because it was CGI, but then when you played the game, it definitely didn't look like the CGI trailer. I don't know. I'm just a little tired of everybody just getting hyped because someone finally does something you kind of want. Then at the end, they showed off fucking Assassin's Creed yet again, and the Asian girl was back.
And of course, it's a completely seamless system
You're
here. We're using the bow in water.
You should get in closer, Carl, and see what happens.
Those birds, if Carl is good, he can shoot those birds down.
I got other problems right now. Let me deal with this angry beast.
They're just trying to say hi.
Okay.
You know?
I feel like you're engaging it on its home turf. Like maybe they're slower on land. You don't want to. Oh God.
And he's using the spear.
Oh no! You're smacking the hippo with your spear.
Oh, poor hippo. What if it's a mom? Oh boy, here we go.
I believe in you, Carl.
You can take him. He can take him. Honestly, he can do it. Carl's been practicing. He's very good at the game.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, look at that one hit.
Like a stun almost happening. Is that a heavy hit that I'm?
Oh, dear Lord.
You get an F for effort. It's okay.
Yeah, 2 hits from me. Okay.
So look, through Carl died in front of everybody.
Killed.
But I've learned my lesson.
You don't have to rub it in, Ash. In front of everybody.
I've learned my lesson, and I'll just keep moving on. The level.
I don't know her name. I should probably learn it. But my God, she should read a book called How to Win Friends and Make... No, I was going to say Influence Enemies. That's the book I'm reading. The annoying non sequiturs she had as they played this game that was so clunky it wasn't even funny. Like, this alpha state was so bad. I wonder who thought, well, maybe we should show it off. The only thing it shows is how shit the game looks right now. Maybe the beta will look better. But let's just fucking face it, in today's video game media, once a game hits beta, that's pretty much what you're gonna be playing. Few games ever leave beta and change for the better. Like, really. I just couldn't. Every time she said something, I thought to myself, man, I hope she doesn't work for the suicide hotline, because she'd inspire me to kill myself.
I hope you do. She was very pretty and nice. I like her. I bet she'd date me if she knew who I was.
Sure she would. God damn it. Now I gotta go pick somebody up.